Welcome back to King's Casino in Rozvadov for more cash game action. We're at the Phil Hellmuth Invitational where the big leader is the Wolf with a stack of $250,000. Rob Yong is also having a good game, up from his opening stake of $20,000 to over $120,000. The man whose name is over the door has yet to make any winning moves, but Phil Hellmuth is still sat at the table, but everyone's waiting for him to go on tilt. So let's rejoin the action.
Okay, hello and welcome everybody to the Phil Hellmuth Invitational Cash Game.
Yeah, especially Nate. And even offered I didn't pay with Rob with a smile on
Here we go. Bryan with another hand.
Money, yeah?
Will he go for the limp, or has he got too much now? Does he have the limp raising?
Why is he going to go for the limp?
He's sticking with the limp plan.
Sneaky, sneaky. Felipe with jacks. This could get interesting.
Everybody at this table is life winner. Everybody at this table. Definitely.
Rob with queen 10.
This is one of the really interesting spots we come against. Two of the tighter players having hands.
We'll have to assume that Cantu will back raise after all these calls.
Yeah, and then what will Felipe do? I mean,
that is a good question. What will Felipe do?
It's a weird spot. Brandon will effectively be turning his hand to bluff. I don't think Felipe is ever going to put him on worse than jacks. Oh, I like that. It's a very peculiar spot, this. Everyone's probably thinking that's crazy, but you're playing this deep in a cash game where you're not going after each other, looking to pick off the crazy guys.
Felipe is going to c-bet here.
The Wolf with an open ender, won't be going anywhere.
The Wolf not going anywhere, and Cantu presumably not going anywhere either. He's put himself in a somewhat tough spot here, being out of position on a very draw-heavy board. He does still have the best of it, though, with the queens.
And by raising, you know, he's kind of over-repping his hand.
Yeah, against Felipe, anyway. The Wolf will happily get it in for worse against Cantu's check raise here, but Felipe be in a weird spot.
These are the weird spots you get if you play these kind of games where you've got two of the very tight players suddenly playing very deep, targeting crazy guys. You can get in some really peculiar spots. Like if these hands were in other people's hands, they'd have been in 4 hours ago, but it's a very peculiar situation.
Cantu trying to figure out what Felipe is on here, and he just folds.
That is crazy.
He's in Iceland with his girlfriend.
I don't know if I can endorse a fold there, but
wow.
I have not played in a game this high.
Can't really work that one out. At least cool. I mean,
Felipe is going to accidentally bluff Cantu off the best hand there.
I mean, if you told Felipe off the hand,
yeah, I think he'd be very surprised.
He would never believe you.
Good guy, sir.
I like him.
I mean, I think
Cantu is letting Felipe have the Wolf all to himself here, and he will fold.
I did white magic right there that you wouldn't even believe.
He likes it here a lot.
I believe you.
No, bigger than you. Whatever you think I folded is bigger.
It'll make me feel good about my life.
Okay, just
I'll tell you.
You don't want to play too crazy stakes, though.
Wow.
Cantu folds the queens there.
Before with the Chinese,
I mean,
it's
pretty bad fold.
Yeah, not a good fold.
I can begin.
Crazy game.
Nobody wants to do it.
It makes sense to be cautious in that spot, but
Not that cautious.
taking it way too far.
I can see why you would want to raise, but it's truly at least a call.
This is good.
No, it would be on the turn. Flop is 3, 4, 6, 2 spades.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, the way he played the hand, it made it easy for me just to check call.
Yeah, the action can slow down on the turn a lot for hand as well.
I have the same hand.
Leon is going to raise 3,000 with the ace 10.
Anyway, yeah, back to the craziness.
I play massive games.
So there's 250 in the pot. Leon's making it 3,000. He wins.
For one night.
Pretty rare to see a hand not see a flop in this game. Cantu is wondering what the hell just happened to him on that last hand. He could have jacks or tens too, you know, says Phil, and Phil is right.
Felipe could easily have had jacks or tens. Millions enough to lose.
Phil pretty much nailed that one. Yeah, when you tell Phil Hellmuth about your big fold and Phil doesn't think it's a good idea, then you probably messed something up. Phil is famous for his big folds.
I had this energy.
I like it.
It's definitely a Hellmuth fold.
That's a good number as well.
mean, if you have a special game, if there's a big game coming
Where
up.
personally, the first time I played with Phil, World Series event, and I got one of his white magic, I'm the best folds.
I'm happy with the
And he raised queens under the gun, I 3-bet him, and he just let it go. I threw him off 30 bigs.
Was it correct?
No, it was not correct. I showed him a 9. Oh no, I think I gave him the old. How can you fold this? How can you fold this? Showed him the ace, and then showed him the 9. And he went crazy. This guy is going to give me all his chips. This guy's terrible. What's he doing? These idiots, they're trying to give me chips. And believe it or not, he gave me very specifics. He said, in about 2 hours' time, you're going to raise with a hand like 9s. I'm going to slow play kings. I'm going to get all your chips.
Nice hand, 7 deuce.
Sure enough, I raised it up with 9s. Came deuce, deuce, 6. I c-bet. He just jammed on me. I called and he had kings.
Is this the Mustafa?
Yeah.
How many always wins in the end?
It was incredible. He told me exactly how he'd get my chips. And I have to say, I was a little bit in awe.
No, I'm going to put I am an idiot.
2K?
Leon's in there with the
I'll
ace-3.
reply for you.
And guttable. Overcard.
7 deuce, nice.
Those of you just joining us, we are playing the Phil Hellmuth Invitational Cash Game here at King's Casino. I'm Bryan Paris here with James Dempsey. We're here to try to make sense of what's going on in this game. What's really going on is just a lot of splashing around.
And Leon took the lead on the turn.
Five on the river.
Wow.
No help for Rob here.
Rob going for both. Oh, very thin
Blocker bet.
Choose for the side.
White magic.
You can choose.
I have to call.
I have to call,
Win
says
then.
Leon.
I can't do anything else, but you're a very smart move. Open up the cards. I'm not going 1,000. No, but I'm not going to bluff him now. Oh, of course not.
You can't bluff me, I don't mind.
Well,
You could raise him. He said you can act on your hand.
Oh, okay, so
You should raise
Rob bet
9,000.
1,000 and then opened his hand up there.
Ah, okay. okay.
I swear to God.
Leon elects him not to raise him.
I got my
he's Rob Young.
These two are very good friends.
like not this time.
No, you might have 6,
And it might be the worst
7.
fold ever.
Rob has been showing his cards with action still to happen many times in this game.
I'm not going to call.
I know you're going to call.
Fold. I have 3 cards.
Oh no, that was good.
I wonder why they never play 3 cards.
Oh, it's misdeal. Misdeal.
Misdeal.
I was just there. Just there.
I thought it might be jacks or tens. Only the way about 10,000.
Can I do something? Phil,
I told you, I wasn't sure.
can I do something unreasonable?
Yes.
Can I put 1,600 straddle for you?
Okay.
Woo! You can do that for me too.
One time, okay.
One time, okay, yes.
Maybe we can play a big pot now.
And whenever you ask for me one time, you know, I'm gonna be there for you too.
1,600 straddle for Phil.
So we have a straddle at 200, 400, 800, 1,600.
Now we can play proper pots.
Here we go, Rob raising up with the Queen Jack.
I call 7,000.
Playing there.
Leon's not going anywhere, the Wolf won't be going anywhere. And I can't imagine the Crocodile's going too far. And they've all got
Now Phil only.
fairly similar cards, so we could have an
Still gonna
action
play.
flop.
No, this is as
Phil
bad
actually
as it
very
gets.
live here with his 6 deuce. But
Unfortunately.
You better text them quick. Well, the Crocodile has let it go, but still, these 3 hands are fairly similar.
Oh, that was really ugly.
All right, I'm steamed up now, Philly.
7,000.
Felipe got me all steamed up.
And here we go, the Crocodile did fold the Jack-10, he's probably kicking himself. Rob with top pair, the Wolf with second pair, and Leon with a gut shot.
Well, I think you can call 4,000 on the flop, and now he knows you have an over.
Rob fires 20k into the 24,000 euro pot.
You might have to slow down now.
Leon will fold, but I imagine the Wolf will
That's
fold
why I
at
don't
least
like it.
once.
You can call the 4K on the flop, and then decide.
middle pair, pretty draw heavy board, and Rob is betting quite big.
Well, you may have saved
The
Sure
Wolf will
enough,
call.
he does call.
maybe Wolf makes
Not showing much interest in folding many hands. So Rob with 1.5 times pot back.
When I'm playing my best player,
Turns at the 9. That would have given Leon the straight.
no one else can fold.
Rob now improves to a straight draw.
Still, I always
See Leon's face there looking at the board, seeing all the chips flying. And the wolf.
Showed him it was close.
Betting. Rob will check call with his straight draw on top pair.
104,000 euros in the pot here. Ace on the river.
104,000 euros and both players just got a pair.
Barring a bluff, Rob is going to win this one.
And Rob will win it. He's very happy to do so.
I felt the white magic.
104,000 euros.
I was on the wrong side of the jack.
Top pair, queen kicker against second pair, king kicker.
You know what I mean?
Always a play.
It's all right. You know what I mean, Phil?
Big pots here at the King's Casino in Rozvadov.
And I don't even slightly.
And even when I come in, for them, I'm VIP, you know. But still, I feel like third class there.
Anybody want you?
Yeah, Leon's making a point that, I mean, this is the reason Rob set up Dusseldorn all those years ago. This is why Leon has made the poker room at King's. These guys really enjoy their poker. And you go to a lot of casinos, and the casinos don't see poker players as much of an income. You don't get treated as well as the table game players, and they stick the poker tournaments in the corner. And all this. So Rob and Leon have the same ethos, which is why they got on so well. They've both made amazing poker rooms where poker players are treated, you know, as they should be. The service in both places is incredible.
Guys, don't bite each other.
And the casinos have allowed them to develop these places because they've not looked after players themselves in the past.
It's definitely a nice approach that these guys have as far as how they run their poker rooms.
Interesting spot here. Phil's raised it up with the Jack-9 suited. Cantu has 3-bet. We don't know
very
what.
Strong hand. He hasn't really done it at all.
Leon cold calling the 6 deuce.
Leon's in there.
And the wolf in there with a very nice hand, king queen suited.
4 ways to the flop. Looks like the wolf out in front so far, though we do not know what Cantu has.
It's a fun game. A play along with the wolf against Cantu, I guess. Leads out.
If Cantu continues here, the wolf might actually be in some trouble.
I think that's a fair assumption. I think if he does play, then the wolf is beat.
He could maybe have a hand like jacks and not want to fold to the first bet, but barring something like that.
I don't know. I can't remember.
But given how he played the queens earlier when he 3-bet filled with jacks.
That was
I
like
think I
saw tens there, I think.
Yeah, tens.
That's why he folded them.
That's
Good
the
play
last
this
time I
time.
think I won a hand, maybe.
Exposing both his cards as he folded.
And Cantu just waiting for big hands.
This game is to break even.
Correctly folds a big hand that time.
Yeah, the wolf
After
made it easy for him.
Incorrectly folding with
I
the
would have been
queens over
happy.
here.
It would have been really nice to win 25,000 just for the high roller.
I don't understand. Flat call with ace king and it comes 3, 4, 7.
Lively game tonight.
I almost. That was the last time I almost folded queens, and that was last June. Isn't it right? Both times they were jacks, and they felt good.
Cantu still talking about his fold.
Ace
His
king,
queens.
Rob.
Cantu's over here in this game folding queens. Everyone else is 30xing with 9-2 suited.
Good. You haven't played a hand in 3
You guys are
years.
playing 2 different games.
Wait, I already looked at one.
You're in the straddle.
He made Phil look like the wolf.
I already looked at one.
It doesn't matter. You're in the straddle.
No, I might have said that back.
Someone's put the 1500 straddle on for Phil.
I said it backwards.
I'm guessing not
It's a
Phil.
very bad situation when we've got to pay your straddles. Oh my God. Jesus Christ.
Felipe going to fold with the 7-4 suited over there.
Bizarrely, we've getting the 1600 straddles on, but the game hasn't really picked up.
A Crocodile with 7s.
Jesus, I can't play that.
How much is it?
1.6.
Maybe we should bring Simon Trumper in to loosen things up a bit.
There we go. Now we're talking.
Check. I got to a
Phil, you're
flop.
in position. There's 8,000 in the middle. You have 8,000 behind you. You just move all in.
I have more.
So Phil's seeing a flop with his Jack 5.
Double your money.
And the Crocodile is going to be out in front here with the 7s.
Leon, though, with the
Open-ended
hand
for
you can
Leon.
bet. Open ender.
Crocodile betting 1,000.
I think you got to move all in.
This is indeed a cash game. These are real euros these guys are playing with.
Simon, invite Phil to all of our cash games.
5 on the turn. Gives Leon a pair.
He doesn't play a hand, but
Crocodile
it's
has a gut shot now. The wolf with just ace-9.
I'm gonna mess with you.
His overcards are live, though. Well, no, not the ace, just the 9.
And there is the ace to give Leon the wheel.
Leon hits the wheel. Crocodile can't be liking this spot. He checks. Leon is going to bet 4,000, and the wolf is right there with him.
Wolf will see the bad news.
I almost beat.
Why didn't you raise?
What did you have? Wolf? King? Ace?
So there's not many Brits here yet. One of them is our great friend Roberto Romanello. I do fancy him to do well here. He's chasing the Triple Crown. He's already won an EPT and a WPT. Can't win another EPT anymore. He's now gone, but he could win a bracelet here at the World Series of Poker Europe.
Yeah, and it's someone who will me in the world too. Back in this spot though, Leon has top pair and a flush draw. Betting Rob has an open-ender that's now developed into a pair and open-ender, weakening his hand somewhat. But yeah, it'd be great to see Roberto.
Wow,
win
calls a
round.
big bet there. 15,000 on the turn.
And hopefully he doesn't try and bluff, because if he does, Leon is waiting for him. No, he's checked and given up very wisely.
I can't see Rob doing anything silly here.
No. Yeah, it's interesting now, the Triple Crown with the EPTs finishing. What's going to fill the spot and be that third part? Maybe the
Absolutely, it has been
Party
talked
Poker
about,
Millions.
hasn't it?
Maybe that's the new prestige event. Certainly has the buy-ins and prize pools to justify it. Attract the best players in the world, which is what you want for that accolade.
Na tom byl dobře. Nejlepší, co jde. Barvičku.
Phil Hellmuth still smiling. Whilst being pegged back to his starting stack. And now he finds Ace-King. With a shell up to 400. Will he continue? Yeah, just keeping to his limp.
I had a jack.
So limping in, hoping for action behind. Most of the players have got wise to it by now, though. It's interesting to see what Leon has, if there's something to raise with. No.
Oh, Ace King clubs.
And the wolf will check. So another failed limp re-raise from Phil.
I don't really like that, do you? I think he should be
I think
raising.
the players have made points of it. And
I mean, look what happened before when he raised and obviously...
wow, now he's going to get it in against the Crocodile, I imagine. Crocodile with 3
gosh.
sevens.
Yeah.
Phil with a nut flush draw.
2 overs, nut, flush draw.
Wow,
against
it checks
sevens.
And the Crocodile checks again.
And now the wolf has picked up a flush draw as well.
And the wolf bets. Phil calls. This is very bizarre how this pot's playing out.
That was close.
And he will min check raise 3-way.
I have a pair and up and down.
And both flush draws were cool.
Queen jack flat.
So the wolf needs to avoid a diamond or a club.
Games like, do you have games like
I
this?
lose. I hate
It's
this
an interesting pot. It's amazingly small, isn't it? And look at
There
that.
it is.
The wolf, who
Wow.
has been cleaning up, has hit. Perfect for a flush.
Similar.
Crocodile snap
Yeah, wow.
checks. Wolf will bet. Phil has a small decision with top pair. I think he'll figure this one out.
You bad.
We don't have games like this. And that, don't worry, that's in third place.
You're right, that is in third place.
Oh, man.
Crocodile has his 6,000 out ready to call.
How many hours?
Be a big fold from him, but no, he will make the call.
Get the bad news.
Flush, and there's the guy with the 7. Fucking finish third, don't worry.
Listen to Phil still ranting.
This is
So
what
he's
this,
a little bit unlucky there. Ace King against a 7 flops trips.
Put 25 in there.
this is what everyone's waiting for in the Phil Hellmuth Invitational Cash Game, and that is Phil Hellmuth going off the deep end.
We have a 2 million for 1K, 25K 1 million, 10K 1 million, 5K 5 million, 5K 1 million.
Make it on February 9th, which is my birthday, so
That
I
is
come and we
February the
celebrate.
10th. Leon picked the date.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Nice.
You bring the whole bus from South America.
We need to get planes from everywhere. We can get these guarantees.
Yeah, no.
Whole bus from South America.
I've been looking at that party poker jet. It's pretty sick.
Under the water.
Is it a 747?
Oh no, it cost me 500,000, whatever it is. I don't know.
It's a big, big private plane.
This is the new system to get guarantees. Just put jets on from anywhere around the world.
Yes. I was thinking, I was like, man, I might go from, I'm coming from Portland, I might have to like reroute from London. Like, just to take the jet.
First, you have to guarantee the seats on the jet. Then you guarantee the price.
Right.
Leon, you're picking and bullying me all the time.
It's pretty cool though, right? Like you qualify for a tournament, you get to go on the jet, you get to get the package.
Yeah, well, that's what it used to be like
Pretty
10
nice.
years ago. People just forget, you know. People,
You've been doing that for 10 years?
10 years ago, people used to look after the customers.
Yeah.
People,
No, but it's such a cool life experience to be able to do that.
Well, people did that before for Caribbean. Some poker did private jet for Caribbean. It's just that
Sounds great to me.
people have forgot that you're supposed to look after your customers.
Robert Yong with 154,000. Ace 5 and the board comes Jack 9-6. Leon has top pair.
The Wolf with an open ender. If he was to make two pair, if Leon was to make two pairs, sorry, the Wolf would make a straight. And surely see action.
And between them, these players have
Yeah, put tomorrow be good, but the following year,
520,000 euros.
hopefully we get the license for Bahamas. Bahamar will be amazing. We'll go like
So in the middle
nosebleed
card,
guaranteed
there
for
is the
that.
10 that
Where at?
came
Is
after a
it
9,
open?
so
500 tables. You can
we'll
fit
kill the
Bahamar.
action a little
Is
bit.
it open?
Especially with
I
backdoor
went-
clubs.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and it's
so
made
let's go,
straight flush potential.
Bahar is a new
He just
resort
calls.
at the Bahamas.
It's the best ever conference venue I've seen for poker in my life.
Really?
So if we get the license from the Bahamian government to do Bahamar,
Yeah.
we'll go crazy next year.
Really?
Look,
that'll be fun.
You can see 500 tables.
I'm burnt out of the Atlantis, personally. I'm burnt out.
Yeah.
That's just me. I know I'm not supposed to say things like that, but I'm burnt out.
I like
Rob
the
talking about all the
place and I like
potential partypoker
I
live
love
stops, I
Bahamas.
guess.
I used to like,
Big plans.
this new resort Bahamar is
Yeah?
There will be around about
Is that the one the Chinese were trying to
7
build?
million
the one that went
stops around the
broke
world.
and Chinese bought it out.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful hotel.
I like it.
The way they make the arena is beautiful.
Right.
I like it.
Yeah, Monte Carlo is very nice.
My friend John Duffy, he did the original deal in Monte Carlo.
As long as you're okay spending like 40 pounds a drink, you're good. I mean, it's the only downside. You know what I mean? But it's a beautiful venue.
It's once a year experience to go to Monte Carlo.
No, I know. I'm kind of having fun with it, but you know.
I just love the way they set the arena out there.
I like it there. I've always liked Monaco.
I mean, a friend of mine, John Duffy, who works with us now, he did all this originally. He's coming to Kings in 3 days' time. You know John Duffy, yeah?
I don't know him, but I know him. I know who he is.
He's a very
Felipe,
goofy guy.
who's leading out with
That's a
no
creative
hope.
bet with 6 high.
We'll get action in every spot. No, Leon really has tightened up.
Yes, yeah.
No Wolf with the check
John
raise.
Duffy loves Kings. But he wrote you a list
I
of
like that raise
things, didn't
from
he?
the Wolf.
He wrote you a list of snags, didn't he? He's a very particular guy.
Crocodile will call with a straight draw.
Yeah, like,
8 or a king, as long as it's not heart.
he's the guy that effectively created poker. He created the EPT.
Phil with the headphones in, going for a little dance.
I expect the Wolf will put a big bet in here.
It's bet 6,000 by the looks of it into about just under third pot. So he doesn't want to get blasted off his hand. Stands to have the best hand a lot of time. But you don't want the worst flush draws folding either, because you've got them drawing dead. And there is the flush on the river.
205,000 he's got. Is that from his starting stack of 15?
Yep, so he
That's
wins the spot, gets back
amazing.
up to about 250.
That's an amazing amount of money, isn't it? From
So that gets him-
15,000.
Yeah, 200. Well, there you go. He's up 220,000. Not bad. for an evening's work.
Yeah. You don't often see that, do you, from 15k?
It's a house in quite a lot of places.
I think the, what's that? It's like 15 times his buying, isn't it? The only time I've had anything similar was ridiculous. It was in Southampton about 20 years ago, and I sat down with 50 quid and got up with 2,400.
No, tam to pro mě dělej.
Ne, my jsme se dohodli dopředu. Já vůbec nechci ani mluvit, tak to nemá
It's a good place to go if you're single.
Dobře, tak když tam máme spolu něco, ne, mezi sebou, ne, nebo
nejde vůbec o nic.
dobrý. Když se jedná o 1
Ne,
milion,
ty vyhraješ, prosím tě. Já nechci navyšovat. Jsi se dohodli zahrát takhle.
no tak
Tak ještě jsi nic neprohrál, počkej.
dobrý, no.
Zahraj prostě, třeba trefíš se. Vůbec nejde o peníze.
Já jsem taky pro tebe udělal maximum, ne, tak nic.
He definitely likes to see a lot of flops, doesn't he?
Does indeed.
Phil's in this pot with Jack 6.
The Wolf
Wolf has
flops
got
3
trick
deuces.
twos.
Second hand in a row, 3 deuces.
Oh my God, this will send Phil on tilt. And if the Wolf was to hit a full house, it would make a straight for Felipe.
I was about to say that would be the danger card.
He's going to
Can't
fold.
see him calling here. But yeah, Phil's not going to like this.
He would have called if it was the 6 of spades. Easy one for Rob to get away.
No, you say that, Rob's called. And the Wolf has sprung his trap.
I'm absolutely amazed that he's actually done that. Why wouldn't you flat call? Just let Phil hang himself on the turn.
Well, it worked anyway.
Well, he's hanged himself.
Phil's all in. Rob will get out of the way.
Dear. Rob looks a bit tired, actually.
And we could see the explosion we've been waiting 6 hours for.
You have one chip.
Oh, God. Look at his face.
Ale já vůbec nechci, no tak co, já odejdu.
So Phil has been alerted to the bad news that the Wolf has a deuce.
Jste dohodli nic,
Dobrý, ale dobře, tak ten, to
He
máme
was telling me
domluvené,
what great reads he
Nic
makes.
se neděje, máš peníze, plno máš
to je
peníze.
málo, ne.
Ne, to nejde málo.
Oh, picks up a couple of outs.
Extra outs. Slow down. Oh,
No,
so close.
picture card, but no good.
Glasses are off.
There we go. He might have to mute the mic.
Let's see if he throws any F
Já
words
jsem
in.
taky pomohl, ne, když... Co?
So he started with 10,000. He built up a little bit of profit.
I feel like we have a rant about to come in.
Vůbec to není podstatné.
And there's only about half hour to go. Is he going to bother
Já na to dám ruku.
loading again?
Ne, vůbec nejde vůbec o nic jiného.
The best player in the world.
Teď si nic neprohrál.
Remember, he was only over 10, but he did get up to 35 before losing it all.
Is it allowed to use headphones?
And he's asked for 10,000.
Go on, Phil.
She's gone now.
But is it allowed?
He's bopping.
I don't know if it's allowed.
You want to know what all I'm hearing right now? Havana, na.
Wine,
Rob,
tea, water, and
ask the foreman if it's allowed to have electronics. At a cheaper table.
It's okay. Can wear earphones at the table? Oh, you can't.
7 deuce.
Very important to have it.
Needling Phil pretty hard. Shame this didn't happen 5 hours ago.
No, he should be wearing earphones at the table.
But the caviar's arrived.
See caviar.
Oh, caviar! I'm awake.
No, he should,
Yes,
he should be
Leon.
wearing earphones at the table. You know, she's telling him no electronic devices.
Yeah, no. Can we have caviar at the table?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. But no electronic devices?
He's breaking the rules. I mean, I don't think it's a good example for
Thank you, Leon. I was almost asleep.
a pioneer of
The
the game.
caviar came.
Looks like the Crocodile is calling to Philippe's raise. Rob is also
Caviar.
in. Leon will be in, and the Wolf will be in. So we'll go 5-way.
Caviar. Leon, let me tell you, I'm
Very similar hands here. Queen Jack, Jack 10, and Queen 10.
Just need a similar flop and it'll hit
And
everyone.
8-9 King Jack. So
That's a good start.
Really high. You got to get the
the
caviar
Wolves
really
8-9
high.
will take the lead, but we have Rob with a
Double it
gut
up.
shot on 2 overs. Felipe with a flush draw on 2 overs.
Yeah.
We'll see some action for sure here.
I got sandwich.
Oh, a jack on the turn would be huge. There's only one left, but if it came out, it would improve every single person's hand.
Teresa.
Only 8 of diamonds would be an interesting card. We'd have top 2, the nut straight, and a flush. The Wolf has bet his top pair.
14,000 in the middle.
It's Felipe
Felipe chosen just to call.
Yes.
Earlier, I think we saw him raised, didn't we, with a pair and a club flush draw, but this time.
Rob has called it. It says the Wolves bet 4,800,
Leon,
but
it's
he's
not
bet
true.
3,000.
Caviar is even
Felipe
good with red
and Rob
wine.
both calling.
It's very good with red wine.
It's like
I
is
promise.
it the Jack? It is that
Yeah.
case Jack you're
So
referring
good.
to. So now Felipe with top pair and a flush draw, Rob with top pair and a gut shot, Wolf with second
Who's he
pair
arguing with? Is that
and a double gutter. So a very much action card.
electronic devices?
I can't see
But his
anything happen.
electronic
The Wolves
device
bet,
is
but I
over
can't
there.
see the other two doing anything but calling here.
He's found a loophole.
No reason to raise.
He's
So
looking
good.
at his wolf in
Leon,
that caviar
so good.
down.
He really
It's
is.
probably about $100 a bite.
Well, Rob has raised. Kicked up to 20,000.
Wow.
Oh,
Because he figures he
so
must have the
good.
best hand now. He wants to protect against Felipe's likely flush draw. The Wolf, though, with 2 straight draws and a pair, might not want to give this one up.
He has been hitting everything, hasn't he?
I'm going to hurry and eat all the caviar before Felipe plays his hand. I'm going to see if I can eat the whole thing.
I'm vegetarian.
Double it up.
Winning 230,000. 15 more to call.
Oh, whoa.
The longer he takes, the more likely he is to fold.
You realise pretty piecing it together and thinking there aren't. It's very hard to get paid off if he does hit. We fall to a straight either way.
Yes, I read it right. Come on, Felipe, stick your 15 in. There's no way you're folding that hand. Top pair with a flush draw.
Oh my God, that's so good.
We know Rob can't hit another jack because that was the case jack. So he needs an 8 or a 10.
Isn't a diamond, but there's a good chance. I mean, a good chance. There's a chance Felipe folds. If he thinks Rob's got such a strong hand that the only card he can win with is a diamond, then he can make an argument for folding. But he has called. So he has exactly pot back, 65,000 euros. And all does he know he has the best hand. And he had the best hand.
Look at this.
Rob
Rob's
just
hit
took
the
the
10.
lead. And imagine this will go check, check. You'll find bad news that he got very unlucky. 65,000 euros.
Yeah.
FT
And
perfect.
as you just saw,
No, I got you.
the Wolf
I call you in.
banged the table because he would have won
The Wolf would have won
with his
the top,
8-9 because he has been hitting everything, hasn't he?
What's up for you?
I have 8-9.
Good call, anyways.
I will kill you.
You hit.
He just had a
What are you getting on the
65,000
river?
pot.
I'm going to bluff the river if I don't hit.
I'll call you.
You get paid then.
You're going to pot then?
It's
The
like
Wolf
a-
straddling. Felipe
I'm gonna-
finds a
I'm gonna
pair,
bluff the river if I
opens it
don't-
up. Crocodile.
I'm going to bluff
Come
the
on.
river if it's nothing.
Well, Crocodile's min 3 bet
So you
with
call,
ace
so
queen.
you win.
Depends
This will
on
make the
the
pot go multi-way. Leon along with Jack 10. Wolf won't be going anywhere, and Felipe will just complete.
Brandon hasn't played a hand, has he, since I've sat down?
He hasn't
Been
played
here
a hand
about
since
40
the,
minutes.
since the caviar arrived.
I
that's for
know
sure.
you have like little straight thing, Mr.
No, yeah.
Bitouin.
I have 8 and 9.
A couple quick double ups
Okay,
with
we'll
his last
play
buy-in, and he hasn't really
It's a
done much
very
since
bad
then.
hand, 8-9.
You playing?
Rob, does it make you feel better that Phil Hellmuth hand selected the lineup that we got included to the lineup? You know what I mean? Like, Me and you are allowed to be in the
Wow,
lineup.
there it is. Felipe with his set first card.
I like
Wow.
Phil. He's a
Crocodile
low-stakes
with
player,
top
but I
pair.
like him.
Yeah.
Leon
And
with
we
second
know
pair.
there's
So we can play like a
absolutely
little-
no chance of
Yeah,
Crocodile
I like
laying an
to
ace
play
queen.
ball.
This is action,
He's got
especially-
52,000. He must have pulled up.
Dollars.
especially after
Hey, Phil should come to Punta Cana. We have fun.
Felipe lost that last pot.
I get him in the area game.
Doing a bit of
I'm
tilt.
thinking about it.
Would he play in the area game or
Yeah,
not?
of course.
So
Right,
Felipe
three,
checked
six.
to the Crocodile, who was the
3-6.
pre-flop
Isn't that what we're playing now?
3-better.
Exchange rate.
Yeah,
Our
let's
dollar
check
isn't
raised him.
worth much.
I think the area game they'll play like 3-6-12 in.
Yeah, I guess this is more like a.
Yeah, it says the Crocodile has 50,000. I don't see it in front of him.
Yeah,
Looks like he's
no,
got a lot
yeah,
less
look,
than
he's
that.
got a load of fives there. He's pulled up. So
Yeah, no, I know.
he obviously
vulnerable guy.
thinks his ace queen is good and that
Yeah, well, he's got the
Felipe could possibly have like a pair with a flush draw or
He has,
king
the ace,
queen.
he has his spades, ace of spades as well.
He's not very good at poker.
No, he's,
but he's a
Yeah,
lovely
well,
guy.
he's not like to rep the flushes, he's
Where is it?
No, but you know,
No,
he has
but
the
we
extra
would-
equity. If a spade comes, he can.
Yeah.
Where is
but
Phil Hellmuth?
more important on the flip side, he actually blocks someone having
Where
that
is
flush
Phil
draw,
Hellmuth?
which is a bit
Leon,
more of
the
a concern
caviar
when
makes me so
you want them to
happy.
have flush draws when you're holding just one pair. One
Great
hand
card
Makes
for
me
Felipe
very
on the
happy.
turn.
You
He's
like
got
caviar, Wolf?
52,000. The Croc's got
No.
41,000.
Too salty?
Is he going to put a big bet in here?
Only beef.
Yeah, I'd imagine it's a bet with the Crocodile having 41,000 back.
Oh,
Somewhere
the
close
caviar
to
makes me
20,000.
So happy.
I don't like white juice. I
I
don't,
don't
know
like that.
why
I'd have bet a little
15.
bit more.
don't eat caviar.
Because he,
It's fine. It sets him up. The Crocodile now will find it really hard to fold any river with only 25,000 back. I think the Crocodile doesn't look he's got as much as that 26. I think that graphic might be slightly wrong.
now,
It's a card that's not going to slow anyone down. The pot's
No.
really too big.
it's such a shame. And if it,
It looks like the Croc only has 16,000 there. Wow, I'm surprised Felipe checked. He was never going to check fold, so. But this makes up for the last pot he lost.
Brandon electing not to open up his game. He had 7-10 of spades. Nice funky hand to catch a few flops.
So, I don't know. He wrote from my telephone that
No, what did he say?
I don't know.
Too out to Brandon.
Rob's left the table. Going to give Phil some advice.
Felipe, I told you. You're lucky to get one.
Thank you.
So the Crocodile's open to 200. Leon's 3-bet to 3,000.
I'm cool.
And the Wolf cold calling.
The Wolf doesn't like caviar. I'm going to steal that right over there. Go right here.
How much was that, boy?
Interesting flop. Leon with an open ender. Crocodile with a very different open ender.
I
The Wolf with absolutely nothing.
Yeah. And it's
The Wolf won?
it's a funny one, isn't it? Because if the Croc hits either of his cards, it gives Leon a straight.
Yeah, and either of his pairs will, effectively give Leon there is straight cards.
Though, right?
It's interesting to see what's happening here. I mean, Leon 3-bet with the deuce 3. Forget. So, yeah, I think the Crocodile we think he's ahead. There's the board that changes nothing in reality.
Gives a lot of free cards away, doesn't he?
Yeah, interesting. Leon electing
Leon
not to
can
bluff.
nick
I mean,
this
the only way
now.
he can win this, he knows, is
Yeah, bet 10,000.
But
So it got check.
it has. But the flip side is, with Crocodile constantly checking and just calling, checking and just calling, is it makes it hard to know when you can bluff him. Where most players would bet their good hands on the turn there, we all know that Crocodile wouldn't, so you can't be sure that a bluff's going to get through there against him. One benefit of playing so passive with all your hands.
He must be in for 100. Pulled up a few times, hasn't
Crocodile,
he? Any idea?
I've got the Crocodile at 45, but
Two pros with position on him, although they're not playing many hands.
I'm telling you, it's so aggravating.
I was giving you a hard time in
I know.
Playing with
I
Rob.
couldn't hear a word he was saying. I was listening to the Havana song.
because
You know?
he was trying to get under the skin, but he doesn't know how. You know? But he was trying really hard.
Now let's see how
Brandon's
Brandon's
blanket
going
is
to
getting in
play.
the way of his cards.
No, I didn't mind
This
when
ace king
she asked me to
out
take
the
the
small
thumbs up
blind.
from the table. Then she chased me around.
Raised to 500 by the clock,
He
flat
went
call
after her. He went after her. That's right.
from the Wolf.
I mean,
Oh, he's decided to slow play it this time.
this really is an empty seat now.
Leon and Rob away from the table.
Cantu continuing the fight against his jacket. Interesting flop. Cantu top pair, top kicker. Felipe with bottom pair, Croc with bottom pair. Everyone's checking and the wolf picks up a straight draw. As do all the players, in fact. Everyone picked up a straight draw. Cantu checks again. I don't know why he doesn't want to do his own betting. No
Eric
raise.
Lindgren used to play like that, didn't he, in tournaments? Flop top pair, just check call, check call. And that's the
Wolf
danger.
has got himself through the back door.
So, how much?
He's in the pen with the sheep.
Yeah, how much can he extract from Brandon? Well, Brandon mucks it immediately.
Yeah, he knows someone has to have a 5 there.
He's a believer.
3 people call and deuce 3-4.
Well, we have to say he let him get there. So, very quick fold with his 2 pair for Brandon. Will Felipe be able to throw away his 2 pair?
As much as the wolf has bluffed in some spots, this one doesn't really make any sense. It's a 4-way pot, nothing in there really. I think Felipe will get away with this. Get away from this, sorry.
That's for him that has a 5 on him. I don't think he has a 5.
Very influential guy. This guy have a
Give me a box, ready. It's the last hand.
probably the biggest.
And here we go. You heard it. This is the last hand of the Phil Hellmuth Invitational Cash Game. Phil Hellmuth himself has unfortunately not been able to make a profit, but he has been entertaining as always.
Unbelievable.
The Crocodile has been a very interesting player to watch. Completely different style to everybody else. Rob's probably even. We can never tell.
Rob's
He always says he's even.
He's about 20k down by the looks of it.
Yeah.
Well, 13k down, there you go.
Leon doing his conkers, I think.
The wolf, our big winner. Phil, one last chance to get out of it.
Look at that, the Wolf, 268,000. The guy has won $250,000 in this game.
What a flop to finish with. Felipe with a gut shot straight draw on the nut flush draw. The Croc with top pair.
Oh, Rob, that was brutal for me.
Wolf with middle pair.
Brutal poker-wise, but a fun game. Good guys, good game. What happened? I only lost 3,400 at poker. Exactly 3,400. 5K side bet to you.
Oh, he's all right. So he's actually he's calculating in what he lost that wasn't poker related.
So he lost 5k off his stack to Rob.
I've won a lot of money on those side bets. It's the first time I've lost in 5-6 years, I think.
So the Croc led out.
I remember the flow of the hand so well, but you got me.
Croc's not going anywhere.
You got me, and you tried to let me off, which was very classy. But I couldn't accept. Sometimes you just have to pay in full.
You say show as well.
Yeah. Sometimes you just have to pay in full.
That is an interesting card. Felipe check raised the flop.
Thank you for the game. Much appreciated.
Now,
All done. Good game.
Croc might just shove here, I think. Again, it says he's got 26, but
Yeah, he's got 20 there. Look.
is that 20 or 15? I can't say.
Well, you might be right. Might only be 15. He's going to go all in.
We'll find out now how much it is.
And Felipe's he's not going to like it, but he's going to have to call. Too much in there to fold. Can't fold this, can he? 10 or a club.
Yeah, tough to fold.
12 outs. 9 clubs, 3 tens.
But if he's watched
Wow.
the rest of the game, yeah,
He has
the
folded.
Croc has always had it all game long.
So the last hand there goes to the Crocodile, who walks away with just under 50 grand. But the huge winner has been the Wolf, up by over €250,000. That may be the end of the Invitational, but there's more next time as new players take their seats for No Limit Holdem in another cash game from Kings.
Now Liam with a weak bet. Will the Wolf pounce?
He's not going to win by calling.
He has raised.
Smaller raise by the Wolf, 15.5.
Saying he's sure. It's a brave man to bluff. And it doesn't work.
Leon does make the call.
Kudos to the Wolf for trying.